Hello, it's Mrs.Z. It is lesson 21, exit ticket, grade 5, mission 5, lesson 21. Okay, use word bank to fill in the blanks. We can use trapezoid or parallelogram. So all trapezoids or parallelogram. So when I look this that map that we have, you can see we can use that to figure it out. They said parallelograms in a trapezoid. So if we look from inside, we can look squares are rectangles, squares are parallelograms, squares are trapezoid, and squares are quadrilateral. So it goes from inside out. Okay, so like if we try now, we only talk about parallelograms and trapezoids, so we have to say parallelogram are all parallelograms, which is rhombus, square, rectangles are parallelograms. So all these are also trapezoids, and all these are also quadrilaterals. So going from inside out, so we can say that. So in this case, we can say, okay, all parallelograms are trapezoids. So to be trapezoid, you need to have at least one pair of parallel sides, and all parallelograms have two pair of parallel sides. So if you have at least one, that you are also your nickname is trapezoid. But not all trapezoids are parallelograms. So why not all trapezoids are parallelogram? Because trapezoid has at least one pair of parallel sides. To be parallelogram, you have to have two pairs of parallel sides. So if I just jog little trapezoid, so here is one pair and another one, so that's only one pair of parallel sides. These two are not. Another trapezoid is this is parallel to this, but this is not parallel to this. So these are two kinds of trapezoids that you can see, and then they are not parallelograms because they don't have two pairs of parallel sides. They only have one pair. So that's what I can explain that on here. Okay, number 2. Use the word blank to fill the blank. Now they're talking about squares and rhombuses. Here is the square and here is a rhombus. So square is rhombus, but the rhombus is not all rhombus. Not rhombus is not square, not all the square, because to be rhombus, you have to have all same sides, which square has. You have to have opposite angles, congruent, which a square has. But to be rhombus, you could have two obtuse and two acute angles, while square has all four right angles. That's why rhombus cannot be square, but square can be rhombus. Okay, so now all squares are rhombuses. But not all rhombuses are square. Are It's hard for me to spell, guys. Not all rhombuses are square. So if you think about square, that's the opposite side are congruent, and they are the right angles, correct? And then all sides are the same, so that's what it is. When you think about rhombus could, they're all same sides, but that's what you could have. These are the same, but also the angles could be obtuse and acute. So rhombus can have a full rhombus cannot be square, but square can be rhombus. All right. So let me see if that. I will go back to that sheet. I'm going to just show you that kite has a zero parallel sides, no parallel sides. A rhombus has two parallel sides, two parallel pairs. Square has two parallel pairs. Rectangle has two parallel pairs. Parallelograms, all these have two pairs of parallel sides. Kite has zero, trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. And these are all quadrilateral. There is quadrilateral with no parallel sides, which is this one here. Okay, so that's called irregular quadrilateral, and these are called like regular quadrilateral because they have congruent sides and they have parallel sides as well. They're more regular shapes. Okay, that was lesson 21 in X ticket question 1 and question 2, and that was Mrs. Z. Okay, ciao.